Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel again. So in this video, let's solve one more problem from initial conditions. And it is very important. They asked many times this kind of simple problems so that just practice. It is very easy to understand. So in previous video, I explained about switch operation. So you have to look into the arrow mark of switch. Then you have tried before closing switch. That is nothing but when t equals to 0 minus what may happen, and when t equals to 0 plus what may happen. So here in this network shown below, switch is closed at t equals to 0. Means that if t equals to 0, switch is closed. This is the switch position and the arrow is downward. It is nothing but when t equals to 0, switch is closed. Then before t equals to 0, what? T equals to 0 minus. Means that when t equals to 0 minus, switch is open. You can see tail end. And again, once after again switching close, that's nothing but when t equals to 0 plus, the switch is again closed. Switch is again closed. So now switch is closed at t equals to 0. They ask you to find the value of I when t equals to 0 plus is nothing but you need to find I of 0 plus and di of 0 plus divided by dt, and also d square I of 0 plus divided by dt square. These all you need to find. So before that, first you need to find current flowing through the inductor and voltage across the capacitor. That is nothing but, let us consider when t equals to 0 minus, or else the symbol of switch implies that the symbol of switch implies that you need to understand the switch condition. It is closed, that is nothing but the switch is closed. ಯಾವಾಗ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? When t equals to 0 plus. Closed at t equals to 0 plus. And it is opened when it is open at t equals to 0 minus. So now when t equals to 0 minus, the circuit which looks like this, and at 0 condition, the circuit which will be act under steady state. So that you can see now the switch is opened when t equals to 0 minus. There will be resistor and inductor and capacitor. During steady state condition, inductor becomes short circuit and capacitor becomes open circuit. So that because of this open circuit, or else the switch is open, means there is no possibility of current flowing, so that I of 0 minus value becomes 0 amperes. Since the capacitor which will be act as open circuit, hence it is not connecting with or else the switch is open along with the source, so that initially the capacitor is also uncharged. That is nothing but Vc of 0 minus is also 0. So that you can conclude the switch I of 0 minus equals to I of 0 plus, that is equals to 0 amperes, because current flowing through the inductor, current flows through inductor cannot change instantaneously, so that whatever the value of current before closing switch, that will be same for after closing switch also. Explained in theory video. If you are having doubt, please go through the previous videos in my playlist. Similarly, Vc of 0 minus is same as Vc of 0 plus, that is also 0 volts. Why? Because voltage across capacitor cannot change instantaneously. That's why whatever the value of voltage before closing switch, that will be same even after closing switch also. Okay, so these are the few conditions. when t equals to 0. So now what they asked you to find I of 0 plus. We already got the value of I of 0 plus. What is the value of I of 0 plus now? The value of I of 0 plus equals 0 amperes that we already evaluated or else calculated. So now to find the value of di of 0 plus divided by dt means that we need to solve the problem or else solve the equation when the switch is at position t equals to 0 plus. You observe the circuit, if the t equals to 0 plus, the switch becomes closed. So that at t equals 0 plus, at t equals 0 plus, the switch is closed. Switch is closed. Then you draw the circuit diagram. The circuit diagram becomes like this. There will be a 10 volts plus minus 10 volts. And now the switch is closed. There will be a resistor, inductor, and capacitor. The values they mentioned in a circuit diagram. Value of resistor is 10 ohm, R equals 10 ohm, and L equals 1 Henry, and C equals 1 microfarad. Here, just after closing switch, at t equals to 0 plus, I of 0 plus is flowing here. I of 0 plus. So now what we have to do? We have to apply KVL. So now apply KVL to this circuit. Apply KVL. So what you'll write? The total voltage 10 volts equals drop across each element. That is a voltage drop across each element. Voltage drop across resistor is R into current flowing through this is I of 0 plus. I hope you're getting plus. Voltage across L is nothing but L into di of 0 plus divided by dt. Voltage drop across L is nothing but L into di by dt when t equals to 0 plus di of 0 plus. Similarly, plus voltage across capacitor is 1 by C into integration of I of 0 plus into dt. This is voltage across capacitor. So you can give this as equation number 1. So here what you want to find? Di of 0 plus, and I of 0 plus value is 0. We know that I of 0 plus is 0, and also Vc of 0 plus is 0. So this term is nothing but Vc of 0 plus. The value of this will be 0. Okay. So now just substitute the values. 10 equals R is 10 into I of 0 plus is 0. 10 into 0 is nothing but 0 itself. This will go plus L is 1 Henry. 1 into di of 0 plus divided by dt plus Vc of 0. This is nothing but Vc of 0. The value of Vc of 0 is 0. So that it is also 0. So that you can get the value of di of 0 plus divided by dt equals 10 ampere per second. This is the second value, that is derivative of current when t equals to 0 plus. So if you want to get the value of current that is flowing through the circuit, that is nothing but double derivative means differentiate equation 1 with respect to. So now differentiate equation 1 with respect to t when t equals to 0 plus. So now differentiation of 10. Now equation 1 differentiation you have to do. Differentiation of 10 is nothing but 0 equal R into differentiation of I of 0 plus is nothing but di of 0 plus divided by dt plus L into differentiation of di of 0 plus by dt is nothing but d square I of 0 plus divided by dt square plus differentiation of this. Differentiation and integration will get cancelled. So you can get I of 0 plus divided by c. And you already know the value of I of 0 plus, that is 0, and di of 0 plus by dt is nothing but 10 ampere per second. Just substitute the values, so that 0 equals the value of r is 10 into the value of di of 0 plus by dt is also 10, 10 into 10 plus 1 into d square I of 0 plus divided by dt square plus 0 divided by 1 micro is nothing but 0 only. So you can get the value of d square I of d square I of 0 plus divided by dt square equals 10 into 10 is nothing but 100. You need to send this to LHS side, so that it becomes minus 100 ampere per second square. This is the value, and it is very easy. Just take screenshot if you want, and if you're having any doubts regarding this, feel free to write in a comment box. And also, if you like this video, kindly share maximum to your friends. And it is very important question from external examination point. Important questions, especially for ECA and network analysis subject. Okay. Okay. If you like this video, subscribe more and share more. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.